Alright, so with all the preparation done, vegetables all cut, ready to go, the oil has been separated, the garlic's been cut and crushed, the red wine is down to half a bottle, the beef stock has been done, the dishes have been cleaned. Guys, this is a very easy thing to do. While you're going through it, clean the dishes. This isn't a cooking show, so you don't just throw the dish underneath the counter and it disappears miraculously. You're going to have to clean the kitchen. Remember, when you're cooking this for a beautiful girl and her family, they're going to see the kitchen afterwards, and that might just ruin the meal. So clean everything as you go along. It just gives you a nice, prepped, clean work area. What I've done is I've separated everything that needs to be put in. The ingredients, like I said, this came off of the internet. So I'm going to read you what I've downloaded, and it's basically just a list of ingredients so that you know what to expect to bring to the table. Alright, it's a quarter cup of olive oil, 1¼ pounds of well marbled chuck beef, okay, for the stew. Now, what that means is well marbled is that you look at your piece of beef, and what you'd like to have is small little bits of fat deposits in between the meat. Now, if you've got those, that's marbled, okay, so it looks like a marbled tile. That fat's gonna reduce. It's not gonna be there while you're eating it. It's gonna cook into the meat, and it's gonna add a lot of flavor and lubricates everything a little and makes it nice and smooth. All right, cut it into 1-inch pieces. Like I said, when you're cooking with beef, it's gonna reduce. It's gonna become literally about half the size, which will be perfect for a mouthful. 6 cloves of crushed garlic or minted garlic. Minced garlic is just basically the little clove. You open it up, you can get those handy little tools that squashes it through a sieve, and that's minced. You can just cut it really fine as well, that's not a problem. 6 cups of beef stock. Now that's what I battled to get here in Europe. I don't have beef stock, but what I have done is I took a little bag of the Maggi noodles, the vegetable soup, and we're going to use that as our stock. I also found a few little of those meat stock blocks that you just add in with hot water. So I put 6 cups in a pot, and I prepped that and got it ready going like that. Okay, 1 cup of Guinness or dark beer. I haven't found Guinness here, but I do have something very similar to it, a very, very dark, rich beer. Got that in a chiller. It must be nice and cold. 1 cup of red wine. I just bought the cheapest red wine I could find, because normally the cheapest wine has the most powerful taste. It hasn't been refined and reduced and put into a category. It's just red wine. It tastes great and it's excellent for cooking. You don't need to spend a lot of money on that. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now, tomato paste is not like your tomato sauce or the onion and tomato mix. It's tomato puree or paste, all right? That normally comes in a very, very, very small can, doesn't cost too much, and it'll blow out the flavor in your meat. Right, the next thing we have there is 1 tablespoon of sugar. Now, whenever cooking with tomatoes, as in a couple of episodes I'll show you, we cook a meatball and tomato paste. You need to put sugar in that tomato. It takes the acidity out of the tomatoes. All right, I'm going to be using brown sugar in this today, just because I like brown sugar. All right, 1 tablespoon of dried thyme. Like I said, in some places you're going to use dried herbs, and other times it's better to use fresh herbs. This recipe particularly calls for both, fresh and dry. So we've got the dried thyme there. Sad to say, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Now, the Americans that are watching this, they don't understand what Worcestershire sauce is. Look it up on the internet. You do have it in America. We don't have it in Europe, or I haven't been able to locate any. I'm leaving that out. It's very close to a vinaigrette sauce. You could add it with some vinegar if you'd like, but I would rather just leave it out. I don't have it, it's not a problem. 2 bay leaves. Now obviously fresh bay leaves are very difficult to come by, so I've got a handful of dried bay leaves. The next thing is 2 tablespoons of butter. Now butter is different from margarine, fellas. Butter is better, alright? And it packs on the pounds a lot quicker, but it's better to cook with. I'll show you some fried eggs with butter. Make a good breakfast with that. Alright, 3 pounds of potatoes, peeled, cut into 1/2-inch pieces. Like I said, 1/2 inch for the potato, because the potato does not reduce. It'll stay the same size, The meat reduces, and then the potatoes and the meat will be the same size. Yeah? Very good. Next, 1 large onion chopped. Onions, like I said, chew a bit of gum, it's not going to burn your eyes. Thinner the blade, it's going to slice it much better and nice and neat for you. 2 cups of peeled carrots. Peeled carrots, what can I say? Slice and dice some peeled carrots. You just throw them in, nice and easy to go with. Salt and pepper as desired, pinch here, pinch there. As you go through the recipe, they will tell you how to mix it in and when to mix it in. 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. Now, fresh parsley is the best part about it. Okay, that's going to give you the fresh taste, and parsley will help reduce the smell and the strength of the garlic. Now, the garlic is in there, and it's going to help you tenderize your meat at the same time. As I'm going through this, we've got 4 different phases, which I've cut down to 3 phases because I cheated. I went and bought the pastry already, that ready roll pastry. Names. The ready roll pastry, you buy it from the market. It's frozen when you get it. You need to defrost it, and it's much easier to do that. Now, you don't have to do pastry. You don't have to make a pie with the stew that I'm showing you now. That's just what I'm doing. You can do it with mashed potatoes. You can do it with rice. You can do it however you want. All right. Beef stews, they're very nice. They're very hearty. You can eat them straight out of the bowl with a little bit of bread on the side, like the Italians are dipping it in the sauce. And however you choose to do that. Don't be embarrassed to use one of these little things. Yeah, go through, check out what means the meaning of the different methods. Now I've reduced this one down to 3 different methods. First, we're going to cook the meat in a different pot, in a different manner. It'll be called browning. Get a dictionary on your iPod. It's going to help you with knowing what different things are. Saute, browning, blah blah blah. These are things you might want to look up. Okay? Then the second phase is we're going to cook the vegetables in a separate pot. And then lastly, the third phase, we're going to put it all together and we're going to cook our stew. After that, I'll show you how I'm going to fold the pastry and make it in little pie shapes, and we'll see from there.